We have seen why we should automate business processes, and we have also seen how to take a 2B process model in BPMN and turn it into a 2B executable process model that is ready for automation. Once we have such a detailed description of a process, we can move on and automate it. There are different options for doing that. A very popular one is by means of packaged enterprise systems. This includes ERP systems, enterprise resource planning systems, CRM systems, customer relationship management systems, and SCM systems, supply chain management systems. These systems automate a certain set of standardized processes. For example, an ERP system will automate order-to-cash processes in a standardized way, including sub-processes thereof, such as invoice processing. A CRM system will allow us to automate a process such as a lead to quote process, from the moment we have a customer lead to the moment we have provided a quote to that particular customer and got them interested in putting an order. Examples of ERP systems include, for example, SAP and Oracle, whereas examples of CRM systems include, for example, Salesforce or Pipedrive. A second family of tools for automation of business processes are the so-called document management systems, or DMS, which in some cases, when they take a broader range of functionality, are also called enterprise content management systems. These systems allow us to automate what we can call single document processes, such as, for example, in the context of document routing. Single document processes are those processes that can be seen as revolving around one single document at a time. For example, let's consider a travel requisition process where an employee in an organization needs to do a business trip. They will fill in a document called a travel requisition form. This travel requisition form will then go through a series of steps, like, for example, gathering the necessary quotes and getting the necessary approvals, writing the travel report, and getting the travel expenses paid. All this process is revolving around this one document, and therefore we can define the process in the form of routing rules that tell us how the document moves from one stakeholder to the next one. Some of the systems, for example Documentum, will offer functionality that allows to, in some cases, go even beyond a single document process and resemble that provided by the third type of process automation technology, that is business process management systems. Business process management systems are meant for model-driven process automation. This means that they automate a process starting from a process model, specifically a to-be executed process model, and allow us to add the necessary details to breathe life into this process, meaning to make it executable in the engine provided by that business process management system. A typical BPMS looks as follows. We have, on the one hand, 4 components: a process modeling tool, an administration and monitoring tools, an execution engine, and a worklist handler. These 4 components managed data of 2 types. On the one hand, we have data about the process models themselves, that's managed in a so-called process model repository, and on the other hand, we have records of events that are produced while the process is being executed. That is called an execution log. These 4 components in a BPMS systems interact with external applications by means of so-called service interfaces.